What's up guys, Eli Grambling here with E3 Nutrition. I'm here with my buddy Brad Lord, YouTube channel and Instagram at Run with Brad, and we're here with
3 things to consider for a successful MURPH.
First off, what is MURPH? MURPH is a CrossFit hero WOD dedicated to Michael Murphy, who was a U.S. Navy SEAL who died in Operation Red Wing June 28, 2005. This was his favorite workout. This is supposed to be a hard workout. It's not supposed to be easy because we're commemorating an American hero who died protecting this country. The workout is 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, followed by another mile run. Tip number 1 is how to break MURPH up. So there's 2 buckets. You can either not break it up or break it up into different rep schemes. Unpartitioned is doing it straight through. 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, followed by the last mile run. Or you can break it up. The most popular method is 20 rounds of Cindy, which is 5, 10, 15. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. If you want to reduce the tension on your legs, you can break it down a little further into 25 sets of 4, 8, 12. If you want to go bigger sets, you can do 10 sets of 10, 20, 30. But those are kind of the 3 ways we can break it up. Tip number 2, we're going to talk about different variations of the movements. Number 1, pull-ups. Our first option here, if we were scaling MURPH, would be to do a jumping pull-up. So you're going to kip forward, use the legs, get the chin over the top of the bar, just like Brad's doing right here. Option number 2, if we want to take it a little step further, is to do the kipping pull-up. A third option here would be to do probably the most efficient method, which is the butterfly pull-up. You could use bands and other things like that, but if we're getting away and just trying to use our body, the 4th option would be just to use a strict pull-up. This is probably the hardest and will get you the most fatigue. And next, Brad's going to demo the push-up. First variation is going to be the knee push-up. Chest touches at the bottom, extends all the way to the top. And then we have just the standard push-up. Again, full range of motion here, chest fully locked out to the top, nice flat back. The last movement is the air squat. This is the one that people probably know rep the most. So what we want to make sure is we're doing just like Brad, getting our hips below the knees, dropping below parallel, and then clearing our hips at the top on every rep. If we struggle with proper depth on the air squat, rather than doing partial squats, I recommend something like this, using a lower bench which gets you near parallel to sit back on, and then stand up, clearing your hips at the top with every rep. Now that we've talked about the movements and how to scale them, you can either do this with body weight or with an added vest. As far as different variations of the movement, like a deficit push-up or chest to bars or muscle ups or goblet squats, we wouldn't really recommend that. Instead, just push yourself harder during the workout. Third thing to consider, and probably the most important, is nutrition. Definitely want to start hydrating at least 24 hours before. Do not wait till the morning of. Don't wait till right before to down a bottle of water before you head in here. Also, we want to make sure if you're doing it the next morning that we want to carb up the night before, something like a sweet potato with lean chicken or some rice and a lean beef cut like a tenderloin that is going to give you lean protein and whole food carbs to sustain you through the next morning. The morning of is also important. I'd definitely consider something like a banana or a piece of whole grain toast with honey. It's going to be light carbs that's going to give you sustained energy to push you through the workout. Last is everybody's favorite. What do I get to do after the workout's over? Rehydrate, 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 and get carbs and lean protein in ASAP.
Tip number 1, you want to protect your hands. You can use chalk or you can use grips. All right, tip number 2, don't come out too hot on your first mile. It's easy to be amped up with adrenaline and to go out running as fast as you can, but you don't want to do that because you won't make it through the whole workout.
Tip number 3, we want to maintain a consistent pace once we get back inside for the 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats. Steady wins the race. Number 4, when we head out for that last mile, our legs are going to feel like jello. So the first quarter mile may be a little shaky, but for the rest of it, push it, get back in the door, and finish MURPH strong. Guys, that was 3 things to consider to have a successful MURPH, plus 4 bonus tips with Brad right there at the end.
Hey, if you like this video and if you did the MURPH, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.